In the city of Amman, Jordan, there is a cave believed to be the resting place of Aṣḥāb al-Kahf, the people of the cave. It is said that this is the very cave where they slept by the command of Allah for 309 years. There are two locations traditionally associated with this historic event. One is Jabal al-Raqeem near Amman, Jordan, and the second is near the shores of the Gulf of Aqaba, close to the city of Aqaba. According to archaeological research, the more authentic and widely accepted location is the first one, the cave near Jabal al-Raqeem in Jordan. Many early Muslim scholars, commanders, and companions identified this site. However, some narrations of Ibn and Abbas radiyallahu anhu indicate the second location. Still, the Jordan site remains the most prominent view, a conclusion that becomes even clearer when we look at the background of their story. This event is mentioned in the Quran in Surah Al-Kahf. According to one opinion, it took place in the 1st century CE, during the reign of Decius, a cruel and idol-worshipping Roman emperor. At that time, the Roman Empire stretched across Syria, Palestine, and parts of Jordan. Decius enforced idolatry through tyranny. Among his own courtiers were a group of noble young men who embraced the truth, the oneness of Allah. These youths came from influential families, yet Allah blessed them with firm faith. When Decius learned of this, he summoned them to his court. But without fear or hesitation, they openly declared their belief in the one Lord, astonishing everyone present. The Quran describes this remarkable moment. And we strengthened their hearts when they stood up and declared, "Our Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth. Never shall we call upon any god besides him, for then we would be saying something outrageously false. Our people have taken other gods besides him. Why do they not bring clear proof for them? Who is more unjust than one who fabricates lies against Allah?" Because these young men held a distinguished status, Decius granted them a short period to reconsider.
During this time, realizing they could not return home, for they would force them back into idol worship, they decided to escape. Some narrations mention that they were imprisoned first and later escaped. Eventually, they took refuge in a cave and entrusted their fate entirely to Allah. Allah caused them to fall into a deep sleep, a sleep that lasted 300 solar years, which equals 309 lunar years, just as the Quran records. During this long sleep, they would turn sides twice a year. The cave's entrance was positioned such that sunlight never directly struck them, neither at sunrise nor at sunset, ensuring their bodies remained protected through centuries. Meanwhile, Decius's era faded into history. Centuries passed, and a new righteous king, Biddusis, ruled the region. Yet during his time, people were deeply divided over whether resurrection after death was real. Some denied it entirely. The king, worried for his people's faith, prayed for a sign from Allah, something that would guide them back to the truth. Allah answered his prayer. The people of the cave awoke. When they awoke, they debated how long they had slept. Some said perhaps a day, others said no, less than a day. Finally, they sent one of them to the town to buy food, instructing him to be cautious and not reveal their presence, and to ensure that the food was lawful, since many people were idol worshippers. When he presented a 300-year-old coin to the shopkeeper, confusion erupted. People assumed he had discovered an ancient treasure. He insisted that the coin was his. The matter reached the king. The king, who had already read the ancient tablet listing the names and story of the youths who disappeared in the time of Decius, immediately realized what had happened. He said, "I prayed to Allah to let me meet the believers who fled during the reign of Decius, and Allah has answered my prayer." The young man led the king and the townspeople to the cave. According to narrations, after meeting the king, the sleepers returned to the cave where Allah caused them to pass away peacefully. When the people witnessed with their own eyes that Allah had revived them after centuries, doubts about resurrection vanished. The truth became clear. People then debated what should be built at the site. Some proposed a memorial, others suggested constructing a mosque, a place for visitors to gather and remember their story. Dear viewers, near the cave at Jabal al-Raqeem in Jordan, the ruins of an ancient mosque still stand. This unique feature strongly supports the belief that this is indeed the true cave of the sleepers, as no other cave associated with them contains such remains. We hope you enjoyed this video. For more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to IllumeVerse.